Here goes something. You know what? I'm gonna put on some glasses, because these have a tendency to come back and hit me in the face. Holy crap! Alright, well, it's only if it can do it twice. Sometime ago, I made a horrible decision to try to take apart a takedown, because I was gonna mod it. And then I realized I didn't really have a spring for it, even though I thought I had multiple Chronos springs. That being said, Evan from Foam Freaks decided to send me a spring specifically for any kind of Chronos-related platform or rival-related platform called their Pro RX. I'll have a link down to this in the description below. And this should get me something like 150 FPS out of my Chronos, or in this case, my takedown. I'm a little worried about this because, of course, this being pump action and this pump being kind of smooth, it's going to give me a lot of trouble. I'm going to have to get to that bridge when it comes. Probably just going to stipple the crap out of this and use that. But I really like the takedown for obvious reasons. It's a Chronos, it's pump action, but the shape and size of it is pretty much ideal for me. And I would like it to hit a bit harder. So, I am going to mod this here takedown. Unfortunately, I took this apart a while ago, and I have absolutely no idea where any of these little bits go, because it has a lot of little bits.
Hey, listen. Is your mouth tiny and small? Then why don't you come down little bits? Little bits. Where the food is tiny?
All over the place. I guess I will figure that out when the time comes. But otherwise, it is essentially a Chronos. Same kind of big spring and stuff in it. Same thing you know and love. And I figured I'd document my plans for this. I guess we should start with like what it shot originally before I took it apart. Is that even like making a seal? Like seriously, is that even sealing? It kind of is. Like that feels like a hot dog down a hallway kind of scenario. Yeah. Is the plunger head physically too small? Ton of room. And I don't exactly know what I'm going to do about that right now, except for try to make it maybe less hot dog down a hallway with some Teflon tape. That is weird. I never even noticed that. I already put Teflon tape under this. Did it physically shrink? I mean, it could have, I guess? I am thoroughly confused about this entire... Welcome to this video! I think I'm going to call this a Let's Mod, because I really don't know what else to kind of call a video like this. That is absolutely crazy to me. When did that... Maybe it's like so cold, or... Is there... I don't think I re-lubed this, but maybe a lubricant could have caused it to shrink? Somebody might have to explain that one to me, because I am very confused, but hopefully we can increase the seal a little bit more. We don't want to make it too tight, but that was horrible. What is going on? I mean, it feels a little dry to begin with. Let's see. How does this work? That was entirely too much. There are a lot of blasters that I want to mod, and I just don't have a practical way of doing every single mod I want to do. And if I could just do a video where I just kind of sit down here almost like a live stream, but I'm by myself, and work on something, that would be kind of cool, because I really do. This is what I like the most about this hobby, is doing the kind of modding stuff, and a lot of the projects are really big, and they have to be somewhat interesting in order for me to actually make a video on them. And that kind of sucks for a lot of people, because maybe you just want to see a normal mod, something quick, something easy, or maybe you want to see... I'm still saying I wouldn't do more big, huge projects, but in this like juncture, I just want to mod this blaster. I just want to make it shoot better. And maybe I'll paint it in the future, but I just want to do a mod on the takedown because why not? I want it to hit harder, so let's make it hit harder. Pay no attention to the lube in my hand. It is specifically for nerfing purposes. I mean, I think that worked out pretty good for me. So, this... I don't think I can help you take apart a takedown, but if you want help putting one back together, I think we can work on that together. I'm going to use a little bit of this lube in here to just kind of make things smoother, I guess. I might as well. There's going to be some friction somewhere, I'm sure, so might as well just try to reduce that as much as possible. I will maybe have to look up a guide on how to put this back together, but I think I have a vague idea. I'm excited to see what this can do. I believe he said it can do 150 FPS, and their packaging is definitely... I didn't realize that was... Oh my god! It's a Ziploc bag! That's important! So, like, when you buy these springs in the future, this will be really good if you buy a spring for... Because turf springs, from what I've seen, are pretty much the best around. You can just, like, take the tag and put it in there with the spring, put it in a box, and you don't have to worry about wondering what the heck spring you got. That is... Oh, that is gonna be a beefy boy. I'm guessing this kind of goes in here like this. Yeah, there's the hop-up. I don't think... The hop-up is kind of an issue with a majority of these blasters that I take a look at. I haven't finished the mod guide, but I did a mod for a long time ago, even on stream. I did a mod for the charger. And the issue I ran into with the charger was the darts basically come out at a 90-degree angle sideways. And that's because of the hop-up. And that's going to be a pain to fix in the future. I don't exactly know what to do, and I could ruin it if I try to do anything, so I haven't done the video on that one. This one, I might have a similar problem. You may never see this video. But with springers, I've had a bit better luck, and it's a much less pronounced hop-up. So hopefully it's a little bit better. Hopefully. Let's get this spring. It looks like this, whatever this is right here, it's got two sections on it. To pull that out to access it. And I'm guessing it is going to go like that so it can spring in one direction. That is my assumption. Let's see if that turns out. I can't wait. I mean, it interacts with the slide and everything now, so I possibly have gotten that right. Okay, this piece, I believe I was told, goes in kind of like that so it can get into these cuts on the entire bolt sled. This piece is what I'm kind of confused about. It definitely goes in like that. And if I remember correctly, it was actually connected to this slide. This bolt right here is, I guess you'd call that a bolt slide. It is exceptionally strong. I am not worried about that ever breaking. I'm more worried about these things breaking. But the rest of this is ridiculously solid plastic. I'm gonna assume it went like that. Let's find out how wrong I am. I'm guessing it went the other way, actually. Yeah, I see. There's a little rest up there for the spring. Okay, let's push that down. Come on, you can do it. Oh god, that hurts. Oh man, that hurts. Okay, it's something like this. Yeah, that... Oh, jeez! Modding this is not for the faint of heart, apparently. Something like that. So this should go like that. I'll take this piece out for a second. Kind of stick it back in there like that. I have a spacer, like a spacer for a Chronos, and since the Plunger is almost identical, I have a feeling that would work as well. I'm just a little spooked to try to put it in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is going to take a little bit more concerned effort than I thought. There is a piece that... What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, that seems to work like that. This goes in like that. And I think that is very close to it. Trigger looks like it goes something like that. Okay. But what is the story? Okay. I think you have to try to hold this in place like so. But the rest of that just popped out. That is a monster. Let's see if we can even get this thing back together. My thumb is really hurting. She doesn't sound happy! This might be one of those blasters where you're gonna have to take your screwdriver, try to pry the internals down, because they're... How? Oh my gosh. When I said screwdriver, I think I meant solid steel file, because this is gonna move. Did I do it? Possibly? Something does not seem right. Nothing seems right. Everything's popping apart. Oh. Alright. I might have bit off more than I can chew on this one. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now you... I should see a little thing poking through right there, and I'm not. What am I... Oh, there's an entire track. There we go. Something kind of like that. Oh, what? What? Oh, something just popped loose. Oh, no. Yeah, this little piece. All right. So, it's going to be one of those blasters. This is going to be exceptionally difficult. Thankfully, there's no springs popping loose anywhere, but this is one of those blasters where it's just going to be a pain. Come on. You too good for your home? Got that in the right place. It's just a matter... Oh, what's going on up here? Oh, maybe? Did we... Can we? Did I? I might have done it. I might have actually just done it. Oh, let's get some screws in this. I don't remember where screws go. Thankfully, we have this screw right here. I wasn't warned that I'd need reinforcements or anything. Thankfully, with the takedown, it's not a very expensive blaster, all things considered. I mean, 20 bucks is pretty good for NERF. Why does that... Oh, I'm guessing the slide actually connects right there. I thought, like, why does that so far back, like it's halfway primed kind of thing? But I think we're good. That might be all the screws I can find at the moment. And it's weird because the screws in this blaster are a little bit weirder than what I typically imagine. Let's try to put this together. Oh no. Yeah, okay, so it does connect right there, but this had screws in it as well. 2 smaller screws. These are definitely it. They have the rounded heads on them. And they're really short. Hopefully I didn't just break the connection to the slide. Is that even possible? Let's see. That sounds crunchy. Oh, that stupid little spring thing popped out of position. Okay, that might not be required for this initial test. Oh my gosh. I can't put a shit back far enough. More testing is required. That should be perfect. Should be. I mean, we'll find out. That will not catch back. So it might just not have been lined up in the tube? I don't know. I'm even more confused now. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm starting to see. Was that just in the way? It is not catching. So it turns out that my theory was somewhat on point. It can't fit over these fins. You actually do have to modify the plunger tube a little, the plunger rod anyway, by trimming these fins slightly so the spring can fit over them. So, it'll still be hard to prime, but at least it will actually fit on the blaster then. Do I have to trim all 4 sides? Yeah, kind of looks like it. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Alright. Now it should actually be able to catch. Will I be able to prime it? Still probably not, but it should actually be able to catch. Alright. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. Yeah, something's going to be done with that whole mechanism, but we can actually fire it now. Let's take a random rival round. Catch is holding up. I want to see how stupidly hard this... Please hit stupidly hard. If you don't hit stupidly hard, I'm going to be quite disappointed. Alright. Here goes something. I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to put on some glasses, because these have a tendency to come back and hit me in the face. Holy crap! Alright, well, it's only if it can do it twice. There we go. One of those Adventure Force ones. Come on. Come on, do it twice. Wow me twice. Yeah, that's, oh my god, I can almost prime this thing if this grip was slightly more tactile. So, I have an idea of how we're going to do that, and it is going to involve using a stippling effect with a soldering iron.
Nobody wants you around.
Hey! You're talking to my guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. Do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
I'm slightly reluctant to do this because I've had this soldering tip on here for well over a year, used it basically for every single blaster in the last, 18 months? And the tip looks brand new, but this time I'm going to be using it for something it's clearly not meant to do. I am going to stipple basically all around this entire piece of plastic by melting little holes in it. And then I'll probably have to sand it down just a little bit after the fact, but that should give it some friction so I can actually hold on to it. Alright, so there we go. The best way to figure out if a mod is worth doing is seeing if the accuracy and range has improved at all, and I'm a little curious because it's Rival, but we do have like a... well, there's a cat. We do have like a 70% increase in power, so let's see if it can even do anything. Would help if the... no, the trigger lock isn't even on? Ah, there we go. Oh! Oh, wow! Oh my! It is very difficult to prime. But, okay, well, that one did what I kind of expected. But that range is pretty stupid. Now, this is what I expect Rival to do, for the most part. But this is pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. That almost cleared the property. I don't want to harass my neighbors with it. Oh my gosh. It just gets worse. And we're out. Wow. It's like a sniper rifle. That's amazing. Well, let's see how it functions at a typical engagement range. We'll test this for accuracy. I'm aiming for the white sticker on the door window, but we'll see what it does. Jeez, they're almost all the way coming back. Yeah, that one sailed off pretty bad. And I'm out. Seems like I get better at priming this thing the more I use it. Well, I mean, it did Rival. That's for sure. Does it really need to be all that accurate? I wonder, because it is hitting some pretty extreme distances. Oh! Ah! Ow! Ow! Why did I do that? That was stupid. Well, it does work, and it's really as simple as just popping in like a $10 spring. And it worked extremely well. We got a lot more velocity out of it, But of course, the problems with Rival still persists. If the round is moving too fast for its own good, the thing just kind of spins off in a random direction. But for a secondary that could be like a harassment tool, and hey, you can still hit people at range with it, that's not too bad. It does kind of break the FPS limit of a lot of other wars you would go to. 160 is no joke. But it's not bad. And for how easy it is, that's just testament to how good the whole chrono system is, and the fact that the takedown can actually take such a hefty spring upgrade. I'm quite a fan. I wish it was a little more accurate, and honestly, I bet it would be really good as a two-shot shotgun. I didn't even think about that, but it's kind of a hard thing to really do on purpose, because you gotta push that lever down and double feed. Oh, yeah, no, that's way more effective. Probably do that, because that's going to give you some range and some spread to help you hit your targets. But for a little compact blaster like this that's extremely comfortable, the stippling helped a lot. That really did make this mod happen. Another pump grip, because I know there's a 3D printed one that's going to be coming around. That would be really nice, but for a cheap, effective option, I mean, unless you have like Talon grips for your frickin' Rival Nerf blaster, it's probably good to just take a little bit of time with something and scuff it up and give yourself more grip, because that helped a lot. It really did save this entire build, because otherwise I could not be able to prime this thing. And I love the takedown. It's a cool little blaster, and man, if only they made it like easily feed 2 rounds, like similar to like the Atlas or something like that, it would be even better. But I'll take what I can get. Let me know if this video helped you at all in doing something nasty to your Nerf Rival Takedown, because I've been meaning to do this for a while and just got around to it. The fact that this thing still fires somewhat straight is pretty good, all things it's got a really small hop-up. So there might be changes to the hop-up that could happen to make it a little more accurate, but I kind of doubt that it's going to make all too much because of just how Rival rounds are. But if this video helped, let me know, because it was a lot of fun to shoot this thing. But other than that, I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching this video, and of course I hope to see you in an entirely different one.
Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need